G'day there, welcome to the 6-month and final update. I'm back home now in the Kimberley, as you can see from the intro I put in. So back in the tropics, the northern tropics of Western Australia, right at the top of Australia, basically. From the last update, there's just been some incremental improvement and there's been some few extra additions, but not much has changed. So life is very much normal now. My body is pretty much the same as it was beforehand. I have pretty close to the same strength and function as I had before the operation. I've got a little bit more range of motion, but not that much more. But the range of motion that I have now is pretty much pain-free. Every now and then I have a bad day, a bit of a twinge, but it's really pretty good. It's definitely about 70 or 80% better than it was before the operation. So 6 months down the track, very, very glad. Even though it was a long, tough process, I'm pretty glad. And what I know now is that from about the 3 month mark, the journey gets a lot more positive and a lot easier for me anyway. I've started doing incorporating some new training sessions at the sort of between the 5 and 6 month mark. So I've started to do some light bench presses and some light dumbbell presses. Nothing serious. So I think I was bench pressing about 40 kilos and using 10 kilo dumbbell for the dumbbell presses. It gives my chest a workout. I'm not competing. I'm not looking to build insane levels of hypertrophy. I'm just trying to keep my physique and be safe. And I've found that those lighter weights are probably just as effective as the heavier weights, to be honest. Especially given that I'm doing weights that I can comfortably do 20 reps of. I get a really good workout out of 20 reps of a 40 kilo dumbbell, a 40 kilo bench press, or two 10 kilogram dumbbell chest presses. That's given me quite a good workout for my chest. I don't feel like I need any more, particularly at the age of 47. That's enough. Could I do more? Probably, but is it worth the risk? Nah. Is it? I want to protect this shoulder and keep it as long as I can. So that's great. The other thing I've gone back to is pull-ups. The pull-ups are I'm just as good at those as I was before. They took me probably 5 months of working from light pull downs to heavier pull downs, and then eventually into full pull-ups. But I can do pull-ups as easily as I could beforehand. And I've obviously gone back to the squat rack now. With the squat rack, I tend to ignore the weight limits because I figure, look, it's just sitting on top of the shoulder. It's not putting any stress on the actual joint itself. So I'm doing, my usual squats. I think I'm doing somewhere between 70 or 80 kilos for the squats times 10 reps, and that's fine as well. Life's pretty normal. I'm back to work, so I'm back at work now. I'm back. I don't have a strenuous manual job, so that's one thing in my favour. But I'm also back to my main hobby, which is four-wheel drive camping and fishing. And as you can see, it doesn't stop me pulling in. This shoulder's been more than strong enough to pull in some very big barramundi. So yeah, I'm happy with how it's all turned out. Not really much to add. I'm going to close the series off here. Maybe in another 6 months, I might do a 12-month update. But yeah, 6 months effectively is the finish line. I'm here. Cheers to that. Please share this series with whoever you want to share it with. It's been a long journey, but a really, increasingly positive journey as time went on. My only lesson is try not to do it on your own. Get as much support and help from as many people and as many professionals as you can. All the best for the rest of your 2025 and onwards. Cheers.